Configuring a unique start page for the simulation management application in Aras Innovator gives users a view into the current state of their simulation studies. A study organizes a series of iterative, branching simulations that all leverage the same design, environmental variables, simulation instructions, and related requirements. This information is also available graphically. Simulations are yellow, requirements are green, and links to requirements documents are blue. Specific parameters, like max force, are visible as well. To see an example of the data that's connected to a simulation, let's drill down into the requirements document and its related parameters. Parameters include a measurable value, the unit of measurement, and a logical expression. Looking at one of the simulations in this study, we can see the design data, that is the CAD geometry, used for this simulation. This eliminates the need to search throughout your organization for the right version of the CAD document and then hope you found it. Instead, it's managed right here, and anyone who needs to see it can trace back to it through the digital thread. The geometry can be parametric, allowing the user to analyze multiple variables during the simulation study. We'll see how. Additional versions of each simulation appear as children of the baseline, and this graphical view of the data demonstrates how the same design, environmental conditions, and instructions are shared across all of the children. Opening the results of a simulation shows us whether or not the requirement we saw earlier was met. Here it wasn't, so let's look at a visual representation of the results to see why. With no need for specialized software, any user with permissions can see the results of a simulation to understand where the trouble spots are. Creating a child simulation lets us recreate everything about the current simulation and change only a few select variables. Here, we'll change the wall thickness, then rerun the simulation and see if our results improve. In this configuration of Aras, we've automated the completion of this simulation on an external server that leverages the Aras Comet technology for simulation automation templates. The template you see here specifies the CAD variables, so it's going to update the CAD with the changes we just made in Aras Innovator. It creates the mesh, completes the analysis, and runs the defined post-processing steps to output the results back into the new simulation we just set up. Finally, Simulation Compare lets us see the various inputs and results side by side for a summary view of which simulations we ran and whether they succeeded or failed. Simulation in the digital thread of product data in Aras Innovator links from the top-level product definition all the way down through its system elements, here functional and logical elements, and the requirements driving them. The simulations that link to each requirement and whether or not they were met, so green is pass and red is fail, are linked as well, together with the child simulation we just set up and the requirements it ties to. This complete digital thread provides traceability, enables powerful digital validation, and allows for rapid iteration throughout the digital representation of your system's definition.